Today's show features educators with an incredible amount of experience in prop trading, and our next guest is no exception. He is an expert at trading news reports. He actually got started studying music at the Berklee College of Music and the Boston Conservatory. He began trading stocks in 2001 and learned the art of futures trading. He has been trading for over 20 years and is now considered an expert teacher and trader of the news. Here to explain master magnet trading with basic 10-minute trades is Mr. Lee Goldstein of 10-minute trades. Welcome back to Traders Corner, Lee.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me? I know you can see my screen. Make sure my mic is working, and I'll get started. So just give me a heads up that you can hear me. Yes? No? Anybody? Somebody? You can. Okay, for some reason I'm not hearing you, but I'm going to start if everyone tells me they can hear me. As long as you can see the screens. Um, I do want to say one thing before I actually get started. You know, years ago, I was involved with a lot of traders that were, interestingly enough, using the shark indicators. And those guys are for real. I mean, what we do has a lot of similarities in some ways to what they do. And if you understand what they're doing is testing, back testing, it's so important in certain types of trading. And the way that we trade, we are analyzing previous events and the way that they've behaved. And that requires a lot of back testing, a lot of going into settings, seeing the way previous trades behaved. So it's very important. And it brings up a lot of important issues that I wanted to talk about today. It's not just about me coming here and trying to sell you a system that, is going to work. There's a lot more to trading than just buying an indicator or buying a system and getting started. And when I say there's a lot more, there's a community involved. There's other people that if you get involved with the right trading mentors and the right trading companies, then you can have a great experience becoming a trader. And it's really important to spend some time at it, not to rush at it. Don't think that just because you pay somebody $50 in 1 minute, you're going to be a profitable trader. I really believe, I've been doing this, the shark guys say they've been doing trading, for 10 years, for a decade. And I've been working for 10-minute trades for this is our 8th year. And you see the same things over and over. Traders that rush, traders that hope, traders that wish, traders that don't put the time in. And even the simplest systems require a little bit of effort. The more effort you put in, I promise you, the better you will do. And it just makes me thinking how gets me thinking how important, besides the system, you want to have a good community of traders, a good group of people that you work with. And that's something that we've really, really developed at 10-minute trades. We have a fantastic trade room. We have a great group of people that share. Some of our best trades and our best setups were based on information we received from our members. Trades that they said, hey, you should check this event out. This is a great event to trade. And we checked out their info and it wound up becoming one of our best trades. So it's all about sharing, it's all about community. I got started being a trader because my family asked me to look at their stock charts. And let me just say hello to everybody. I want you to see my most important trusted advisor. Let me see if my webcam is working today. I had a little bit of trouble before I got here. So if I can't get it going, I'll just say hello without it. Yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that's me. I'm a regular person. I'm in my home office today. It's a Saturday. I don't mind working on a Saturday if I could, do some good things for people out there in the world. Now, here is my most trusted advisor. This is Darwin. And Darwin is often trading right alongside of me, telling me whether to go long or short. And that's Darwin. And he's one of my best buddies. So I just want you to see that I am a normal person, a regular person. I got started, I knew nothing about trading. A lot of times people say, well, I can't do this, it's too complicated. It's just too much for me. And, I don't do well with math. I was not a college graduate. I was a piano tuner. I drove taxis. I'm a musician and a songwriter. And the truth is, you can do it. I put in a, a tremendous amount of time practicing, looking at trades, recording my trades. And if I can do this, I promise you, anybody out there can do it. And what we do is very special. And what I'm going to talk about today is very special. It's the first time that we've ever, I think it's actually the first time that we've released a new membership in quite a few years. So I'm really excited about it and very happy to be here with everyone today. We're going to introduce a new membership. We designed a strategy called the Magnet Strategy. And our software is a strategy that loads into NinjaTrader. So just as a heads up, we trade futures and we use the NinjaTrader platform. Also, we have something else I wanted to just briefly touch upon. It's almost like a precursor to everything I'm going to do today, but next week is one of my favorite times of the year. It's getting started, but earnings are getting started for next week. And we devised a way to trade earnings, selected stocks with futures. And it is one of the best things that we do at 10-minute trades. Very, very successful part of our business. And it wasn't what I was really planning on talking about today because we have something special. But earnings have been so positive and such a good experience for us and our members that I just wanted to let everyone know. I wanted to show you just a couple of quick earnings trades. First off, it's important to understand what we do. Our whole DNA is based around trading in a schedule and on a planned schedule. We generally do not sit around waiting, looking at charts, hoping things are going to happen. It's the exact opposite. Every week, I create a schedule for our members and we post the schedule on our website. We also, of course, we email it to our members. And our schedule's free. So if you want to get our schedule, just go to our website, www.10minutetrades.com. Opt in for the free video, which shows you how to find your own 10-minute trades, and that will sign you up for our free schedule. And this is our schedule. What's very nice about our schedule, it shows the trigger time of the event that we're going to trade. So we trade events. Some people might call it news trading. News trading over the years had bad connotations. People said, oh, you can't trade news. It's too dangerous. It's not safe. Well, that's ridiculous. We trade news all the time. We've been doing it for 8 years. If it wasn't safe, trust me, we wouldn't be still in business after 8 years. You can trade news if you do it properly. Everything, all trading requires safety methods to be in place. You have to have risk management. You have to know what your possible risk is before an event. And then, of course, you can trade news. You can trade anything as long as you know how to do it properly. And our software allows us to trade the news properly. We create our weekly schedule. Our members get it, and then the whole week is planned out in advance. Now, that doesn't mean you can't take our software. Our software has grown in power over the 8 years that I've been at 10-minute trades. We've been updating our software. I'd say we have at least 2 to 3 updates a year easily. Our magnet trade, we've had 3 updates in the past 2 months. We have a final update coming Monday, just in time for the membership that we're going to offer. And our software is the key to everything that we do. It allows us to trade these fast-moving at times events with a very high degree of precision, safety, and profitability. If you look at our schedule, it shows our members the event we're going to trade. So I'm going to start in my trade room this week, Sunday evening Eastern time, and we'll be there at 9:15 for a Chinese news report called the Manufacturing Non-Manufacturing. We'll stay in the room for another report that just 15 minutes later, the Chinese Caixin manufacturing report. And that's Sunday evening. We'll actually get started. Then we'll be back in the room Monday, and you can just go through the schedule. We have something called family money trades. Those are the best of our best reports, reports that if I was trading my family's money, those are the trades I would actually trade their real money, live cash. Those are our favorite, best of the best trades. It doesn't mean that all our other trades are bad, but it means there are different levels of risk. And for us, our family money trades are the highest quality trades that we have. All right. So I will answer all questions that I see before I leave the webinar. I will make sure that I finish in time to answer your questions. So don't worry if I don't address it immediately, okay? So don't forget, you can go to our website, get our free schedule. Definitely recommend that everybody do that. And again, just as a reminder again, we trade futures and we trade using the NinjaTrader platform. We have looked over and over for another platform to support, and it is difficult out there. You know, trading is like the regular world. These days, everybody is so fragmented. Everybody's in their own little world. You know, it used to be that we thought maybe TradeStation would be popular enough, or maybe Sierra Charts, MetaTrader. There's a lot of platforms out there. TradingView now seems to be very, very popular. At some point, we're dying to trade and add our system to another platform. So type in if you tell me what platform you're trading on. I would be curious. If you're trading, and tell me what you're trading. Are you trading futures? Are you trading stocks? Are you trading bonds and options? Tell me what you're trading. And type in the name of the platform that you're trading on. I would be curious if you'd be kind enough. Type in what you're up to. Also, I know that probably everybody is here because you want a new system. You're looking, if you were doing great, if your life was a perfect trading life, you might not be here because you might not be looking for something else to add to your trading, right? If things were phenomenal, you could be doing something else on a Saturday rather than listening to folks like us that want you to join us and trade with us. So I've got to figure that almost everybody here is looking for something great to do. And I think I have something great to do. So I spent years, like I said, watching charts, trading news. But before I get into, let me backtrack just for one more minute. And let me just show you why I'm so excited about earnings. So earnings starts next week. It starts slowly, and then it becomes an explosion of company after company releasing their earnings. We figured out a way to trade earnings using futures. So for instance, when I know that Boeing, one of our favorite companies, is coming out with earnings. Last quarter, Boeing was releasing their earnings. I thought for sure, in this particular case, with all the bad news that Boeing had been subjected to, that there was no way their earnings could be positive. I never usually try to guess what the news is going to be because the market will usually hand it to you, if you know what I mean, and it'll respond in the exact opposite direction. And for us, it doesn't really matter. We're not trying to guess direction in any of the trades that we take. More often than not, it's our software and the event that's going to pull us into the market. In the case of earnings, in some of our earnings trades, we create a range. And when the range gets broken, we get pulled into the market. And that's how we trade. In the case of Boeing, I thought their earnings were going to be short. I didn't really care one way or the other. And it doesn't matter to our trading and our setup. We create a range. We know what time their earnings come out. The earnings were released. And interestingly enough, last quarter, Boeing did cause the futures that we were looking at to go down. We had an instant profit on that trade. We were pulled into the market. It hit our targets, and our trade was over in a second. I'm not here to brag about how much money I made on that trade. That's not the key point. The point is, do we have a system that can help you to be profitable, that can help you to find winning trades? And I believe we really do. And our earnings trades are really, really, really good trades. So that's one type of earning trade that we have. That's called a range trade. We do a lot of very early morning trading where we'll trade companies like Home Depot and we'll trade Home Depot's earnings. Home Depot is a company that they have a pretty expensive stock price. Companies that have a strong weight in the instrument that we're trading will move the market that we're trading. So on Home Depot, we are trading the YM. That is a very extensive move on Home Depot's earnings on the YM. That was also an immediate profit, more than $200 in a couple of seconds. Just trading a couple of contracts, you're looking at $5 a tick. That's not a lot of money in terms of trading huge. You don't need a $50,000 account. And yes, you can use prop accounts to trade with us. Members that are in our trade room have been paid by Apex. They've been paid by Lulu. They've been paid by TopStep. And they've also been paid by, I'm missing our most famous one, Buellnox. A lot of our members are using those companies. Prop trading is all the rage these days because it's a great way to learn how to trade without losing your own money. I'm just excited to be here for those two main reasons. Earnings are starting next week. I did the last Traders Corner the last webinar I recently did was an earnings webinar, and I explained to everyone all the tools that we use. So look, I know we don't have a lot of time today, but earnings are so great for us and so important. Earningswhispers.com is a website. Just put it in your back pocket. When you get involved with us, you'll learn more about earnings. Earningswhispers.com. Just go to their calendar and then click on the various dates, and you can see which companies are releasing their earnings just by clicking through this little tool that they have on their website. Just go through it. You can see the companies. Right now it's quiet, but as you noticed, when you go to their website, their main screen shows you their greatest hits. The greatest hits on earningswhispers.com will be lined up across the top. Carnival, Nike, Netflix. Netflix is a good one. Levi's, McCormick. These are some of the companies that we will be looking at to see if it's worthwhile to trade their earnings. Let me just show you one more trade. So I showed you two trades that were not that fast. They were not out of control. They were not very, very, very fast that you needed significant skill to trade them. There are other trades that you need good software. You need software that can handle the speedy market. Now, this was Amazon, I believe, on this trade. Nope, Meta, okay? This was a Meta trade. One of our favorite earnings trades is Meta. Now, if you notice, you got these little X's on the chart. Our software automatically puts X's, puts orders on the chart so that you could be ready for the news to get released. And then what happens is Facebook or whatever company we're trading that at that moment, they release their earnings, and then this is going to be a pretty explosive move right there. Okay, I just wanted to find the right moment. Now, this was a very interesting quarter because they happened to be 5 minutes late with their earnings, which was a huge surprise. We were still able to take advantage of that trade. You could see it was an explosive move, more than 100 ticks, and we captured a nice piece of that for over $1,000 on a profitable Facebook earnings trade. I want to teach you how to do this. And that's why I'm here today. That's what I do. That's my job. I love teaching people how to trade earnings. And today I'm teaching something special, something that I knew that over and over and over, there was something that happened on the charts all the time. Just don't forget the disclaimer, everyone. You can lose money trading futures. Trade carefully. Don't trade money you cannot afford to lose. We have something called the magnet trade. Now, for all of you out there, does anybody know what a magnet is when it's talked about in terms of trading? Now, if you know me and if you know us, you can't say you know what a magnet is because you do. Because we've been talking about magnets in our trade room for months and months and months. Most people don't realize what a magnet is. So thanks for being here. Of course, earnings are starting. What is a magnet? Magnets are levels on the chart. Exactly, Joe. Levels on a chart where price responds over and over in a predictable manner. Now, does that mean always the same every time? Of course not, no. But it does mean often enough to create a setup that can lead to profitable trading. Magnets, again, are predictable levels on charts that exhibit similar behavior over and over. Here's the best part. Year in, year out. Magnets are not something like robots where you buy $10,000 worth of robots and you have to spend the whole rest of your life programming the robots because the market is changing over and over and over. One of the most incredible things about magnets and about our magnet strategy, besides the fact that these levels create significant price action and they present multiple opportunities, often more than one opportunity, in a very short period of time in a single trading session. Magnets also, these types of setups can be triggered by news. We are, by our DNA, news traders. We're a news trading company. When we originally designed the magnet trade, we really didn't design it as a news trading option. It was designed because we noticed these price levels after the news and before the news were constantly being hit, constantly being targeted, constantly being a level where price was going to. And that's how we wound up creating this magnet strategy. So let me go further and further. We also love the fact that just like our news trades, magnet trades are not 2-hour trades in general. They're quick hits. You hit the magnet, you get out. That's what we like. We also realize how important our daily trade reports could be to traders that want to get involved with magnets. Again, originally when we first started thinking about magnets and designing magnets, we never really thought that some of our existing tools would be all that useful. But other, of course, than our software, which is useful whether you want to trade our system, any system, our software, besides being geared towards trading the news and trading the way that we trade, you can use our software for any trading system you might have because our software is an automated trading manager. It it sets up so that you don't have to learn the programming language of NinjaTrader to write your own ATMs. You can just type numbers into our software and create an ATM. So it's a great thing to know that our software can be used whether you trade the way that we trade or if you trade any other way that you want. You can be just a regular, happy, discretional trader and you could use our software. You could use our software to trade opens. You could use our software to trade market moving events. You could use our software to trade if you're a Fibonacci trader. But we also realized that our daily market movers, our trade reports that we send to our members every day that there's an event that has this type of a report, which is, I'd say, about 80% of our events have a DMM. We call them DMMs, daily market movers. Yesterday, we were in the room trading the core PCE price index, and our DMM has the trade set up. But we did not realize until we started developing our magnet strategy that a lot of these daily market movers take place where magnets and magnet trades are created. And before I go today, I'll show you a news-based magnet trade, which is something we weren't really planning on doing. We're also going to include 2 magnet trade rooms per week for members that take our offer, and I'll get to the offer. As I said before, you can trade in a prop account. You can trade cash real money. You can trade the way that we trade in a prop account. Any way that you want to trade, you can trade using our system. So here's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to back out of my slides for a minute, and I want to show you a couple of trades. But, before I don't have a lot of time. This is going to be relatively quick. I just want to remind everybody that the human part of this is so important. You're not going to be alone. You're not going to be all by yourself. You'll be able to come into our trade room twice a week to have special magnet trades. And we're always so reasonable. If somebody wants an extra day in our trade room, you need some extra help, all you have to do is ask. We hardly ever say no to anybody if they need extra help learning how to do something. But it's the community. It's all the nice people that you'll be involved with besides just me teaching you how to set up these magnet trades. But here's the deal. So here's what our new membership offer is going to be. $47 a month, you'll get our magnet strategy, our daily market movers, which we sell $67 a month by themselves, and 2 weekly magnet trade rooms every week. That's what you'll get. The link that you want to use is www.10minutehustle.com. Yes, I'm hustling you for $47 a month, but I'm also going to post our regular link in case anybody has any problem signing up with our regular link. That's what I'm going to post. And of course, I'll send everyone an email. But let me show you why I think the magnet setup is probably one of the best setups I've ever seen. Remember, anybody can use it because the magnet is based on high of day, low of day, and your custom levels. So if you're a NinjaTrader user, all you have to do is right-click the NinjaTrader chart, go to indicators, and put on your chart current high of day OHL, open, high, low, and scroll down and put the pivots on the chart. Pivots. You're now set up to be a successful magnet trader. My favorite magnet setups are the high of day, low of day setups. We have a built-in high of day system. We have 2 custom systems built into our strategy. High of day, low of day magnets and custom level magnets. Custom level basically says any level you see on the chart, you can use that level as your magnet, okay? Or I like to think of the custom level as the area that I'm going to enter my trade. The magnet is the item or the price, it's not an item, but it's a price that we're going to get pulled into. Always think of the magnet as your exit. The magnet is your exit. So if I have a high of day, low of day setup, all right, and right here, one of my favorite instruments to trade the magnet is gold. So let me show you how this magnet worked. So what I did was I put our strategy on and I enable it. And our strategy has an automated system where all I have to do is click the magnet button and turn it purple, and I now have an automated magnet trade. If you notice on the chart, you could trade long or short, you could choose which direction, or if I scroll down, there's also this thick line down at the bottom because I could trade a short magnet. In this case, we're pushing towards testing the high of day, so I'm going to trade the long magnet. I don't even have to press long or short. I don't have to worry about it. The market's not going all the way down there at the moment. So I could just turn on the magnet, make it automatic, and then when the market is moving, it fills me at my thick line, which is the order level, and my software automatically knows what my targets are going to be. Now, for my way of thinking, I'm always thinking I would like to exit my trade a couple of ticks before it actually gets to the magnet, okay? So understand what I'm saying. If the magnet is the high of the day, our software automatically puts your exit 3 ticks before you get to the high. Of course, you have the ability to change it. If you want an order, an exit higher than that, you can do that. Currently we're supporting 2 positions in our magnet strategy. I actually love this as a single position multi-contract strategy. That's my favorite way of trading it. So now all I'm doing now is waiting for the magnet to get tested. I got in long because I had a long order. I'm going to speed up this trade a little bit because we're in a webinar. And what's going to happen is this magnet, this price level, like it does so many times over and over, it's going to pull the candle price right into it. It's going to test my level, and it's going to give me my profit. Now, of course, I would not expect you to believe that every single magnet works. They don't. But there are good times and bad times to trade magnets. Magnets work great around the opens. Magnets work great around news. What did I say? We also, that same morning, this was 8:45 in the morning, gold was trading after a news report, okay? After news, the market is much more volatile, much more amenable to hitting a magnet. So, but we also realized, I'll bet that we could make news trading a little bit safer. There are people that just can't stomach the risk that news trading sometimes involves. And it's not everybody. A lot of people love the risk. But our magnet trade now can reduce the risk. So think about it. Here's the chart, and this was yesterday, before the PCE price index was released, a very important news report that the market was waiting for because it's an inflationary indicator. And everyone knows the Fed is there adjusting interest rates because everyone's worried about what we're doing about inflation. And we want to make sure it's continuing to fall. So our magnet trade, I noticed that we had an ES high of day before the news, a perfect possibility. If the news pushes the ES up, we had a phenomenal possibility for a one direction magnet trade. So I put the long trade on. Watch what happened yesterday. This was right at the time of the news. The magnet's going to explode to the upside. It automatically puts my orders there, right? And it fills those orders. Now, what happened is I didn't turn the trade on automatically because I wasn't paying attention. So let's do it the right way. But that brings up 2 ways to trade the magnet. When I'm trading news, I would not try to be fast enough to turn the trade on automatically. I would turn it on automatically before the news. So in this case, watch again. I'm going to turn the news trade on. I'm going to turn my magnet trade on, press the
Order
button,
submitted.
okay? The button is going to
Order
be
filled.
put my order so that it hits, when it hits the target, the high of the day, I'm taken out of the trade. Instant profit if you traded the news that morning in one direction using the ES. I'll show it to you again. It's very simple. We saw a magnet opportunity and we took it by trading in the direction of that magnet. All I had to do was enable my trade. Let me right click the chart just to give you an idea. We have a high of day, low of day system. A percentage of distance away from that high of day, I used 9%. All I did was nothing else. I had a stop that defaulted to 20 ticks. All I had to do is just tell the program what account to trade on, enable the magnet in NinjaTrader's control panel, turn it on so it's automatic, and now when the news comes out, you could see my order.
filled.
My order is right here, okay? And it's going to get filled when the price explodes up, and it's going to give me a profit based on how many instruments I trade. That was a perfect magnet trade. It's very, very easy. You can trade any instrument. So I'm seeing that there are some questions. Does it work with treasuries? Can you do it every day? So you could do a magnet trade 10 times a day if you want. Treasuries, I assume you mean bonds. If you want to trade with ZB or you want to trade with ZF, any instrument, all you have to do is put on the chart your pivots and your high of day, low of day. And also, don't forget what we said, you could set up a very simple custom level to trade a magnet trade with a custom level. So on this particular chart, I set up a magnet trade, and let me get rid of, this is a video so you could see it. If you notice on this chart, we had the VWAP. The VWAP is a very popular magnet, and it also was sitting on the PP pivot, also a great magnet. It's almost a guarantee that that level's going to get tested, especially at 10 o'clock on a regular trading day with gold. It's just going to get tested. It happens over and over. That's the beauty about magnets. Markets have been testing pivots and highs of days since the beginning of time. You don't have to reprogram for robots. You don't have to reprogram for a market. The only things you have to learn is reading a little bit of trend, understanding what the best times are to trade your magnets. No constant reprogramming of robots. It's a phenomenal easy way to trade. So we set up a magnet trade. Watch. That's the area. I know that this area is going to get tested. My fill is the heavy line. My exit is the magnet. I put that custom level in there. I can use any price level on the chart as a magnet. So if you're a Fibonacci trader, if you're a Okamochi cloud trader, if you're any kind of indicator that you like, you can create a custom level. They all work with our system. So folks, I don't know where the time went. This was the fastest webinar I've ever seen. We've created this magnet strategy. Our new membership is called 10-Minute Trades Basic. It's going to start October 1st, 2024. www.10minutehustle.com. Yes, I'm hustling you for $47 a month to join our system. I'm also going to put in a link that if you want to get involved with trading earnings with us also, I'll put in a link so you can upgrade to our full membership. It's not that much more money than our Magnet monthly membership. That'll be in the email. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal system. You get the Magnet strategy, which is two strategies in one. It's the high of day, low of day system, and it's the custom system. We're also including our daily market movers. They alone, as I was saying at the beginning of this event, they sell for $67 a month, and we're going to include 2 Magnet trades per week. I will pick what I think are going to be the 2 best trade rooms that will lead to the best Magnet strategies. I like trading the gold open with magnets. That's a real good time to trade magnets. And I also love the oil and gas reports, the Wednesday and Thursday 10:30 Eastern Time reports. They're great reports to trade around magnets because those price levels often get hit. So I can't believe the time is already gone, everyone. Membership will start October 1st, so you have a couple of days to get ready. The software availability, Jim, will be October 1st. And I want to be very clear with everyone, and this does not apply to you, Jim. If you are it's very important. The Magnet strategy is not part of our JOBB software. It's a completely different system. So just keep that in mind. It's $47 a month, www.10minutehustle.com. I'll post the link for everyone so that you have it. I can't believe this webinar is over already. It just feels like it went so fast. Anybody have any other questions for me? And then I'll get cracking. Let me just post this one more time so everyone has it. I see a couple of questions. Now, of course, everyone always asks, what about slippage? Everyone's so afraid of slippage. Yeah, sometimes there's slippage, but sometimes the slippage is not nearly as big as the move that we make with our trade. But of course, you want to be aware that there can be slippage during news events. And here's the thing about slippage. Very often slippage works in your favor, and you might get extra ticks of profit because the market is moving fast and you get out in the direction you wanted to 10 ticks better. That happens often, just as sometimes you have bad slippage. Testimonials, people all the time are writing in, Lee, you're the best person I've ever met. Thanks for helping me. I'll be in the trade room. February was my best month. I made 3,000. Thanks for your patience and training. Members love us trading Facebook. Don't forget that members are trading in their prop accounts. I just qualified in my funding. I funded three Apex accounts with our system. Ravi is trading in our system every week. He made $540 on Adobe earnings in a second. So folks, get basic, 10-minute trades basic, just $47 a month. I promise the update will be available this week. We'll be ready to go in time for 10/1/24. So thanks everybody. My time is up already, and I want to thank you all for listening and paying attention to what I had to say. I really appreciate it. So thanks Traders Corner for having me on, and I hope I see you again real soon.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you for making such a generous offer to our audience today.